Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video. We're going to go over some KBO, Korean baseball, last games for the week. Yesterday went 3 and 2. Seems to be about the average of what I do is 3 and 2. A couple 4 and 1s. And tonight I'm shooting for a 5 and 0. So let's look at the games here. KT Wiz for the away team, LG Twins for the home team. I'm leaning towards KT Wiz right now. Of course, I'll post my final picks in writing, and you'll see what they are. But these are probably going to be my final picks. Um, but yeah, I like KT Wiz to win again. They won yesterday. I like them to win again today. Today is the 24th, or at least in Korea, it's the 24th, which would be Sunday. Today's the 23rd here in America, but they're one day ahead, so 24th on Sunday. KT Wiz equals 89. 89 is the 24th prime number. With the win, KT Wiz will become 8 and 9, like 89, on the 24th of May. LG Twins, if they lose, they become 7-5 for a home record. 75 sums to 145, it being the 145th day on the Gregorian silver. Also, what I talked about yesterday, my picks for why I liked KT Wiz to win yesterday and potentially today is next week on Tuesday. LG Twins will be playing Hanwha. They'll be playing in Hanwha on Tuesday, the 26th. And what I think is interesting about that is if they lose, where'd I go? If they lose today and become 10 and 7 for a record to head into next week, they face Hanwha, which sums to 107. So they can have a 107 record coming into their next opponent, 107. But I like KT Wiz to go 8 and 9 on the 24th, 89 the 24th prime. They go 8 and 9, 7 and 5. KT Wiz would become 3 and 5 for an array record. 35 equals 128, like 128, and it is their 8th away game, and it's the LG Twins' 12th home game. So you have that 128 there, kind of, and then plus LG sums to 35. So right now for the picks preview, I'm liking KT Wiz. Moving on. Picks preview, I don't have a lot marked here. This is more of a future pick. NC Dinos, what I spoke about yesterday in my picks, I mentioned how they can become 14 and 3 and 6 and 2 heading into next week's game. Next week's game, NC Dinos play at home on the 26th. And what's fascinating is if they win today against the Hanwha Eagles, they become 14 and 3 for a record, as well as 6-2 at home heading into next week's game on Tuesday. And next week's game on Tuesday, it will be played on the 62nd day of the Hebrew religious year, a day with 143 date numerology. So they can go in that game 14-3, like 143. On the 62nd day, they can be 6 and 2 heading into that game. Plus, it'll be their 18th game for the season on Tuesday. And 18 sums to 143. So it's kind of a projection win, basically, for NC Dinos. I think they're gonna walk in with that 14-3 and 6 and 2 next week, where it has that date numerology for the religious. Kia Tigers, I was looking for them possibly to go 9 and 9 as well as 4 and 5. What I talked about yesterday with the potential Wyverns upset, and I kind of liked it because of the date 44 or 144, them summoned to 144, but it didn't happen. So I'm going to take Kia Tigers today because an alternative to that would have been Kia Tigers sums to 63 and they become 6 and 3 for an away record, which it looks like they're set up to do that. 63, which is something I probably should have plugged in yesterday. 63 sums to 117. So not only could they go 6-3 for an away record, Kia Tigers equals 63. Well, the word 63 equals 117, and they can become 11-7 for a record at the same time. This is played on Hebrew Civil Day, leaving 117 left in the year. So that's what I'm most likely going with. Kia sums to 24. SK sums to 24, today being the 24th. SK also equals 30. And Kia Tigers can just sweep SK 3-0, like 30. Doosan Bears, they got the win yesterday, and I'm looking for them to win today as well. Doosan Bears sums to 41. Samsung sums to 41. 41 is the 13th prime number. Today is the first day of the third month on the Hebrew Religious, like 13. Samsung Lions are lined up to get their 13th loss for the season. Doosan Bears equals 113, the 30th prime number, and they too can sweep, going 3-0, like 30. I like this 9-3, but unfortunately next week, I was hoping they would be playing an away game, but they're not. They're playing a home game, because next week on Tuesday, it's the third day of the ninth month, 3-9-9-3. And I was like, man, if they're playing an away game, that would really solidify that. But they're not. They're playing at home, so this 93 doesn't really. So yeah, the 93. And then Samsung Lions, I don't think they play at home. Nope, they don't play at home. So neither of these two teams play at home, where they potentially could have been playing on the 3-9-9-3 day. So that kind of makes me think a little bit, just because today has 84 date numerology on the Hebrew Religious, and they can go 8-4 with the loss, the Bears. But I like the 13. I like the 41, the 13th prime. 41, the 13th prime. They get their 13th loss on 1/3. And then Kairoom Heroes. Kind of the same thing with the 117. 117 days left on the Hebrew Civil, 117. Kairoom Heroes can go 11-7 with the win. It's also a date numerology of 49. 49 equals 54. They can be on 5-4 for an away record. It's the 60th day on the Hebrew Religious. Kairoom Heroes equals 60. Date with 33 date numerology on the Gregorian, 66, 156. Kairoom Heroes equals 156 and 66. Today is the 24th day of May. And Latte Giants can also become 8-9, like 89, the 24th prime. Just like KT Wiz can be 8-9, 89 on the 24th prime. So that's my picks preview. Again, I'm going to make my final picks in writing like always, but these are most likely going to be my final picks unless there's something else that you guys are seeing that I'm not, that is interesting, that could sway either way. Definitely let me know in the comments below. And then, of course, I'll post my final picks in writing here later on. Thanks, guys.